One thing that we must realize in agricultural marketing is that agricultural commodities typically go through commodity markets, or these ag markets that we talked about that are under this continuous adjustment. And they're constantly being adjusted because of the supply and demand forces that we find in economics. So, just like you've learned in just about every economics class you will probably ever take, is that every economic system must answer these 5 basic questions, and that is what, how much, how, by whom, and for whom. And those particular economic questions also apply to agricultural marketing, especially whenever we start dealing with the micro marketing view. Another thing we must realize is that marketing is a part of economics. It is a small aspect of economics, especially as we start talking about the individual markets and the market forces that drive it, and what helps producers make that decision of saying how much they're going to produce. Well, that's going to be driven by their marketing plan and based off of just a simple part of economics. But by the same token, marketing is also broader than economics. It's broader than economics is because it brings in other disciplines, such as psychology. Psychology is a very important aspect of marketing, especially whenever we are trying to promote a product and develop a commercial that is being targeted to a specific clientele. So yes, marketing is a part of economics, making it narrower than economics. But by the same token, it is also broader than economics because it brings in some of these other disciplines that aren't necessarily always considered a part of economics. And then the last thing I'd like to talk about in this video is the micro and then the macro view. What you'll come to see in the next few lessons in this class is that we have a micro view and a macro view when it comes to marketing. The micro view focuses more on decisions made by an individual producer, an individual firm, or an individual consumer. Whenever we talk about micro view of marketing, we're thinking about decisions made by an individual. So we often look at this more like thinking like a manager. And the procurement and the marketing are the buying and selling of individual products on a firm level, on an individual level. Whereas the macro view of marketing looks at the big picture of the whole system. It's going to encompass the whole marketing channel, the whole system, and how it all works together. So basically with the macro view, we look at how everything is working together. So as you go through chapter 1, I want you to think about micro means small. Micro means an individual, a one unit of the whole system. Whereas the macro view means large. It means all-encompassing. So whenever you think about this, think about macro being the big picture and micro being an individual decision.